So I don't know if this was a skit or not. It was a parent celebrating her 12-year-old having a kid.
Crazy work.
Saying something like and shit like that like the kid got a job. And in my opinion, the mom's doing what she's supposed to do in that situation. That's how I look at it. Just saying. That's how I look at it.
I feel like it's too normal for these babies to have babies. I feel like even growing up, like I've known two people that were pregnant in high school. And even that, I was like, oh my God, you are doing things you shouldn't be doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because the first time I ever like went to school with somebody that was pregnant, I was in 9th grade. We were both in 9th grade. And I'm thinking to myself, like, girl, how? First of all, how do you even find the time as a 14, maybe 15-year-old or old to,
right?
You know what I mean? So like, I feel like there's a difference between like supporting a situation that happened and celebrating it. Like me personally, if I were to have gotten pregnant at 12 years old, she was in 8th grade, right? So 12, 13 years old. I'm not getting a big old baby shower celebrating, inviting the whole town. I'm not getting to, throw a gender reveal and this and the third. It would be, okay, you're having a boy, you're having a baby, we're going to have a family, family involvement. But like, I think it's too celebrated. Like, I feel like I get that we don't see what happens behind closed doors, but me as a mother, I wouldn't want to get on Facebook every day and post about my 13-year-old pregnant daughter and my you know what I mean? I feel like there is no shame anymore. Those are things like back in the day, you would have got sent to a all girls school until
the
situation resolved itself. If you
exactly.
like back in the day, but like, it's still like, it just feels weird. It feels like anybody can just, oh, you know what? I'm ready to have a baby. I'm gonna have a baby. And the family's gung ho. Like, not even thinking about the fact that at 12, 13 years old, your body's not prepared to carry a child. You know what I mean? At that age, you're still, your boobs aren't done growing. You're, this, that, and the third. You're literally still a child. So like, I feel like people are also overlooking the risk factor of it. You know what I mean? And I get it. Not everybody is, pro-life, pro-choice. I mean, but at the end of the day, I feel like there are reasons why we have safe abortions. I feel like there is a reason why we have things like this. And it's unfortunately not only if you don't want to have the baby, if you get pregnant and just say, I don't want a baby, you have every right to have an abortion. You know what I mean? But I also think in cases like this, where you're 12 years old and you could possibly die having this baby and you aren't old enough to vote, you aren't old enough to get a job legally, you aren't even old enough to drive a car. That baby's already not your baby. Now it's the grandma's baby. The grandma got to do everything. The grandma got to drive to appointments, do this, do that, the third. There are things that I feel like are not being taken into consideration, and everybody's just, oh yay, there's a new baby in the family, let's celebrate. When not everything should be celebrated to the extent it's being celebrated. Yes, you can be happy that there's a new life coming and you have a new family member, but like to the point of like almost praising the person for doing something that they absolutely should not have been doing is a little much for me. You got a daughter, so daughters, yeah, multiple now.
Fucking man, look. First, I can't even fathom or think about my 12-year-old having a baby. One, it screams lack of authority, lack of true parenting, because how?
Literally how? That's my biggest question always, is how? Like,
I mean, now don't get me wrong. There are terrible instances that do happen in this society. If you have a brain, you kind of could think of what I mean. I don't need to say it.
And for those of you who don't, ask somebody who does.
Thank you for that. But other than that, I don't it doesn't click right with me. And to be like happy about it, I mean, the only way I could think in her mind that could kind of like make sense is because it is a bad situation. And at the end of the day, the 12-year-old is handling it to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, yeah, it shouldn't be celebrated. It shouldn't wait till you're well an adult, well when you're even ready. Sometimes shit happens. But, be woman or man enough to do the thing the right way, not when you're 12. You're still a kid. You should be, I ain't saying playing in a sandbox, but like, I don't know, wanting to go to the mall and window shop or something. I don't know. Whatever 12-year-olds do these days.
Shit, when I was
playing on Twitch
outside playing manhunt, all that. But
I mean, it's different now, though. I don't know what a 12-year-old would do these days with all this technology, and you can literally play with your friends online and whatever the case may be. So I don't know, but do what a 12-year-old do, sports or something.
For real.
Learn to play piano or something. Like pick up a hobby, knit. Like it's bad stuff you can do other than that at 12.
Literally.
Like I said, minus the occasional bad stuff that we don't want nothing to happen to nobody. Nah, that shouldn't just be all. Oh yeah, daughter's pregnant, found the job, she's working the job. It screams like, yeah, my daughter's in the rat race with me. We getting more food stamps. That's what that shit sounds like. To
food
me.
stamps that she can't even apply for. She's not old enough.
Ain't he old enough? Like, now you doing fraud, claiming the child yours and whatnot. Like, whole time you the grandmother. Like, I don't know, bro.
The grandmother's baby.
I ain't with it, man.
Like I said,
Take care of your kids, man.
Like I said, what are they supposed to do?
Not be fucking at 12.
All right, they all right. Your daughter fucking at 12. What are you supposed to do? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Handle it how you feel like you need to handle it.
What if
some parents, I guess in that regard, will be okay. Some others, like hell nah. So I feel like however you feel, you need to handle it for you and your family. That's how you need to handle it. So, and to kind of piggyback on what Roxy was saying earlier, you should have that choice to whichever route you want to go. You shouldn't be forced to do one thing because, again, in certain instances,
it ain't always on purpose if you catch my drift. So.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put it like that.
So what if they can't get an abortion? What if the daughter doesn't want an abortion?
You just gotta get creative.
What if my 12-year-old daughter who's been out here fucking and got pregnant doesn't want an abortion?
Yeah.
All right, let me see how you take care of this baby.
You're not gonna help or nothing? Like you're not gonna be you're not gonna
genuinely, I feel like of course I would help where I'm absolutely needed. Mm-hmm. However, you were grown enough to get yourself pregnant. You better be grown enough to get up and make them bottles in the middle of the night, change them diapers, bathe that baby, dress that baby, go to school, do your shit, and do what you need to do. Like at the end of the day, if you're saying like at 12 years old, I want to keep this baby, okay, well, you need to be prepared to no longer have a childhood. Like you need to be prepared for being a mother. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm not gonna sit here and
baby you.
I'm not gonna raise both of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's how you get situations where it's like, the grandma is the mom for everybody. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? That's not fair to your mother at the end of the day. Your mother already did her time. You know what I mean? Like
big facts.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you grown enough to say shit. Mommy, I want to keep the baby. Shit. Your ass is getting the job. For sure.
For sure.